What's going on, trucking community? It's Christian and Mike here. Like always, we're here to share good information with you, experiences that we go through, experiences that owner-operators that we know go through, so that it can better help you make a decision. Perhaps you're going through the same situation. Something that fell on our doorstep just yesterday is purchasing a truck, right? And it's not just about selecting the truck, but how to deal with the finances associated to that purchase. Guys are buying trucks for many reasons. They're just tired of being that company guy and looking to switch gears into being the owner operator, whether because interest rates are low right now or used trucks have dropped in price. I think we kind of read that somewhere.
Yeah, Select Trucks actually was announced that we are dropping truck prices.
Right. So
for
it
used
just,
trucks.
yeah, so just accessibility to getting into that truck is just a little bit easier right now, or whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, there's two situations. Either you've saved enough money to put that hefty down payment down, or you're wondering how much do you actually have to save up in order to make that move. So we'll kind of talk about the first situation, the one we ran into yesterday. Someone has a nice hefty amount saved up, did his due diligence, $40,000, and looking to buy a $90,000 truck. Should he spend the $40,000 he has on that down payment on a $90,000 truck? Is that a good idea, or what's an alternative plan to that?
Again, cash is the king on the road. It doesn't matter what, you can have the bestest truck in the world, and the little breakdowns here and there will happen. And if you don't have cash on hand to fix it right there on the road when you need it, your best truck in the world is not gonna save the day. So you always have to have cash on hand. So I would say, no matter how much the truck is cost, no matter what down payment we're asking for, budget accordingly so you can always have cash on hand. Because once you are on the road and something happens and you don't have $2, $3, $4, $5,000 to solve a problem right there and then, right, basically your brand spanking new shiny truck is not gonna get you out of that situation.
Right, so remember, it's about adapting your business, because at the end of the day, this isn't a personal vehicle. So you're gonna have to make a tough decision. Even though you like that truck that's there, that $40,000 down payment isn't, you can't just say I'll put 30 on it, right? It's a qualifying factor from the bank how much you have to put down. So what you're gonna have to do is accept a different truck, right? You're gonna have to look for something different that's gonna offset that down payment and lower that as well. So you're gonna have to give something up in order to do that.
Absolutely, budget accordingly. Don't go all out. If you have $20,000 to spend, I would say you only have $10,000 that you can afford for a down payment.
Right.
Because you need that $10,000 in your pocket. Maybe you can deplete yourself to as low as 5, but there is going to be some gambling involved right there. So in general, I say, plan accordingly. If you got $20,000 and now the shiniest thing is gonna burn you $20,000 for down payment, you need to step down. You need to look at something else, because that might just be, failed business venture at the first breakdown.
Right. And so that kind of leads us into the next topic, where it's the guy looking to buy a truck. We've had individuals, look for the lease-to-purchase programs everywhere, and they'll call in that they're just not right fits. They don't want to get tied to certain companies, or the other lease-to-purchase programs that are out there just aren't in their favor. And so now they're wondering what's a good number, how much to save, So I do believe, last time I spoke to a guy, and again, do your own research, go window shop, and you probably just ask the salesman, your average deal. What is an average deal leaving this yard? What is a credit score that they're looking for? What is a reasonable down payment? Again, you're not looking to get a 2020 or anything like that, but a decent truck. If I have to guesstimate, it's probably, you're gonna have to have around that 10K mark,
yes,
at the minimum.
Yeah, for a good truck, like for example, as far as my experience goes, for example, Aero truck sales.
Right.
Used to be, especially for a first-time buyer, 25% down on the truck. So, you're buying a decent truck. Back in the day, decent truck was $40,000. Right now, I would say decent truck went up to like $50,000, $60,000 and up.
Right.
Again, really depends on your finances. If you have $100,000 saved to enter into this arena, then you are open for options. You may be able to put $40,000 down and still have enough money to solve your ongoing problems on the road. And also, the warranty. Don't count on the warranty. You cannot be getting a truck with a warranty and go all out on the down payment, because the warranties sometimes will take months to go through. A lot of times there is going to be things that the warranty will not cover, and the downtime and everything else. Remember, cash is the king. Cash will get you out of any kind of situation right there and then, to fight another day.
Yeah, because don't forget, I mean, they're going to finance that warranty to you if you don't have for it. And so that's what it becomes, a false sense of security blanket, right? Because you think that it's kind of prepaying repairs when it's really not. Just be prepared for it. Again, there's a lot of factors. What went wrong? I'm sure warranties have saved people, but I'm pretty sure I've seen warranties make people go under.
Especially for people not understanding the warranties correctly. As you just said, if you think the warranty is your truck repair insurance, it is not. It's insurance for maybe catastrophic breakdowns.
Yeah.
But that will also take a catastrophic amounts of time to process. And can you afford this much downtime? Is that gonna put you behind on the bills, on the truck payment, on the house payment, on everything else? Because it's not uncommon for something more serious. Let's just ballpark turbo. It's not uncommon to get 2 weeks of downtime before the dealer can even get to the truck, and then another 2 weeks of downtime for just going back and forth with insurance to see if that's going to be covered, and then another a week or two before we can complete the job. So now you're talking a month and a half on something that with cash going to take a couple of days.
Yeah, and don't forget, kind of a sidebar, what causes those delays as well is also their research into it. They're going to want to see maintenance records on you. They're going to see, have you been running that truck with the check engine light on? They're gonna do their research to try not to pay. So keep that in mind.
And that's reasonable, because I think you have to do your due diligence. You cannot be pushing that truck dry empty on oil, and then the engine just fails on you, and now it's a warranty. No, like, obviously if we're selling you that warranty, we sell it with a expectation that the proper maintenance will be done. And I can't stress enough how much it's important, because
to be able to prove that.
Because a lot of times the guys, we work for a couple of days, we go home and we party until all the money is over, and then we don't even have no money for oil change because of the choices. And you miss that oil change, all this, whatever you paid for a warranty, $5,000-$6,000, wasted money.
Yeah. So in conclusion, is a payment okay to have?
Absolutely. That's the cost of doing business. I think if you're not gonna have a payment, eventually your truck is gonna get older, or it's just an older truck. It will start breaking down, and breaking down is not the biggest problem of all of them, because you have to include the downtime, can you trust your truck? Because if your dispatcher is offering this best load in the world right now, going coast to coast, you cannot take it because you are unsure if your truck can make it, and you are afraid to go further than 500 miles from your home mechanic. So you're limiting your business so much that it will cost way more damage to your business altogether than having a normal payment, driving a normal truck, and preparing for the worst.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree. I think having a payment is just the cost of doing business. It's nothing to be scared about. As long as you got that effort and energy and work ethic to understand that, then that's fine. And again, don't run that truck just counting on that warranty with that in mind. You definitely want to start building that safety, that maintenance fund. Whether you're doing it on your own. Some carriers out there offer programs that you can do that, but it's definitely something that you have to keep an eye on and create a fund for that.
Yeah, and the bottom line is just whatever you buy, however you budget it, try to put the least amount of cash on the table. Payment is okay. budget it. Again, if you have a lot of money, then the bigger down payment, the lesser the payment it is, the easier it is to run. However, the cash in the pocket is the most important thing.
So there you have it, guys. If you have, please, if you have any questions, if you have comments, success stories that you may share, horror stories that you may have that you've gone through, someone's gone through, go ahead, put it in the comments. The more we share, the better it is. It might help somebody out there. And again, that's what these videos are about. So we hope to hear from you guys soon.
Absolutely. And don't forget, don't buy no junk trucks.
No money makers.
No money makers.
Drive safe, guys.
Yep.